I'm here with your Astro report for the week of November 5th to the 11th. I'm drinking out of my Murdoch Mysteries mug. It's got lipstick on it, but there it goes. It says, "What have you, George?" For those of you who don't know, Murdoch Mysteries is a Canadian hokey mystery show. It's set in the, I guess, Edwardian period now, early 1900s, and it is silly and fun and very enjoyable. So I have no shame watching it, that's for sure. Ignore the lipstick stand. Alright, let's get to the astrology report. As always, if you want your own astrology report, you can click below to my Etsy shop. I also do a newsletter for every new and full moon, so if you want to go to my website and sign up for that, it just has the details of every new and full moon, kind of what's going on astrologically, so you can check that out if you want. So yeah, let's get on with the astrology for the week. So we have a busy week ahead. Energy is shifting this week. Things are shifting. We have, first of all, we have a new moon in the sign of Scorpio at 10:02 a.m. Central Time, all times in Central Time, on Wednesday, November the 7th. So new moon's a great time for stating intentions, a great time for setting new goals, setting, new aspirations for the month. It's in the sign of Scorpio, so it's a great time to do any work on things like sexuality, deeper psychological work, shadow work. Great time for working on karmic issues and also connecting with ancestors as well, because Scorpio is associated with death. So it's a good time too for letting go of things that maybe need to die before we start the new year again. So good to think about those things if you are setting intentions for the new moon. The other two things we have going on is we have two major planets changing signs. We have Jupiter going from the sign of Scorpio into the sign of Sagittarius at 6:38 a.m. on Thursday, October the 8th. So why is this important? Jupiter takes about 12 months or so to go through a sign, and so it often sets the tone for the year. It takes a little longer than 12 months, I would say. But last year we had Jupiter moving into the sign of Scorpio at the beginning of October, and Scorpio rules things like sex and also power and the abuse of power. And Jupiter is all about justice and the law as one of its functions, and expanding our ideas on those things. So it's interesting because we have the whole Me Too movement, and a lot of sex abuse scandals happen, and allegations, and people talking about justice, for survivors of sexual assault and abuse during this past year, and looking at how power imbalances in that area come up, and also about concepts around justice and injustice in those areas. So Sagittarius is going to be moving, Jupiter is going to be moving into the sign of Sagittarius. That planet loves being in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is its home. It rules that sign, and so it is not very happy in Scorpio, much happier in Sagittarius, which makes for more optimistic energy. Jupiter will remain in Sagittarius until, I believe, almost the end of 2019, so it's kind of like it's setting the tone for, the next year. Sagittarius does rule things like immigration, foreigners, I hate that word, people from other lands, really. I don't like that word, but anyway, traditionally that's the word that's used. Travel, international relations. So don't be surprised to see in the news issues around justice for those who are immigrants or refugees, or things that have to do with international relations coming up in the news over the next year. It's going to probably be a major issue. Jupiter, Sagittarius also rules things like philosophy and higher education and the law, as well as philosophy. And so there's going to be talk and maybe hopefully an expansion and opening up of those ideas over the next year or so. So you can see energy is going to shift in a new way into the new year. Just to show you with the astrology, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun cards, let's take a look at Jupiter in Scorpio as opposed to Sagittarius. So Jupiter in Scorpio has the word manipulation. So very much about power and how power is being used or abused. In Sagittarius, the key word is principle. So it's all about appealing to sort of a higher sense, and also it has to do with organization and how what our beliefs are, questioning our beliefs, questioning why we believe what we believe. So there's expansion in that area over the next few months. So I thought I would show you that to show you kind of the difference in energy that's going on here. We also have Uranus, which is in a retrograde, moving back into the sign of Aries for the next couple of months. So this happens on Tuesday, November 6th at 1 p.m. Now, Uranus takes about 8 years to go through a sign, and so often is a sign that is very relevant sort of in the global sense. And so when it was in Aries, the last 8 years or so, we've really seen the rise of social media. The internet's been around for a while, but social media has really taken off, and how social media is used to manipulate your image, because Aries is a ruler of the first house, which is all about self-image and how you present yourself. And the Aries is also very much about the self, and so it was all about self-promotion. It goes into Taurus. It went into Taurus in May, I think it was, but now it's the retrograde, so it's going backwards till I think about January, February, and then it's going to start moving forward again. So we're having a little brief review of some things that have happened over the past 8 years, and then we're going to start moving forward again. So just be aware that some of those issues may get revisited again. Some themes from the last 8 years or so may get revisited over the next while. We also have the asteroid Athena moving back, it's not in retrograde, it is moving into the sign of Libra on Tuesday, November 6th as well. Athena rules the way that we strategize things. She's also in charge of justice. She's in charge of career women. She's in charge of independent women. And so there is, it's interesting, she's moving to Libra, which is also a sign of harmony and balance and justice. So there's a sense that we are trying to strategize, how do we make things more harmonious? How do we make things more balanced? Also, how do we make things more fair, especially for those that are, especially for females? So themes like that are coming up. And it's interesting because that day, the day of both, all that week, Tuesday, we have Uranus moving, we have new moon the next day, Thursday, Jupiter moving, and then Tuesday as well, we have the Athena asteroid moving. It's the day of the American election. So we will see a shift in energy one way or the other on that day. So no surprise there. Not that the world revolves around the United States, but it is a big player. It does influence things. So it's interesting that there's that shift. A lot of astrologers have talked about that on the day of the election. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see. I hope for the best. I'm not trying to be political here, but we will see what happens. All right. So let's get on with the week. So Monday we start the week with the moon in Libra. So very harmonious type day. Very even. We want to get together with people. We want to work with others. I don't think we have anything. We do have Juno making a sextile with Chiron, which was on Sunday as well, but into Monday and Tuesday. So this is asking us to work on some healing in our partnerships, to talk about some of the things that push our buttons during those days. Tuesday, we have a void moon at 2:19 a.m. and then the moon moves into Scorpio at 7:02 a.m. So we are, again, Central Time. So we are seeing, sort of more intense energy on the Tuesday. We do have the Sun having a trine with Neptune that day. So it is a good day for romance. It's a good day for getting together with people, for imagining things, for being creative that day, talking about spiritual things. And then we have, of course, as I was discussing, Uranus moving back into Aries on the Tuesday. And we have Athena moving into Libra. So shifting of energy on the Tuesday. Wednesday, we have our new moon at 10:02 a.m. And I think that is it for aspects on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have void moon at 4:42 a.m. And then the moon moves into Sagittarius at 12:59 a.m. So the morning is kind of like just relax, don't do too much, steady as you go. And then Thursday, we want to have a little more fun, We've kind of done a bunch of work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we want to kind of lighten up and have some fun and not be so serious. And we do have Jupiter also moving to Sagittarius. So lots of Sagittarius energy on Thursday, a lot more optimistic. Friday, moon remains in Sagittarius, and we have Venus making a trine with Mars. So it is a day where, there's a lot of good energy between masculine and feminine energy. It's a good day to work together with people. It's a good day to go on a date. Great day for, some romantic and sexual energy that day. But we need to get our energy out some way. Mars has a lot of energy to it. So it's a good time to put some energy into creative ventures as well. On Saturday, we have a void moon at 9:35 p.m. And the moon moves into Capricorn shortly after that at 9:55 p.m. So Friday, most of the day, Sagittarius energy, having some fun. We also have, what else on Saturday? I think that's it on Saturday. So Saturday, it's a good day to have some fun. Moon shifts into Capricorn in the evening, so Sunday is going to be more Capricorn, get down to work, get down to business kind of energy going on. We also have Mars making a square on that day with Juno. So there may be some frustrations and tensions in partnerships. Again, it's a good day to work some of those frustrations out, maybe in an intimate way, we'll say. But talk about them. Squares are about tension, and those tensions are meant to be resolved. So talk about those things. So that's the week. It's going to be a busy one. Lots of energy shifting. It looks like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is the time to kind of get some stuff done, a little more intense, and then we lighten up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday's a good day to get work done. But energy is shifting. Energy is definitely shifting. It's going to be, moving away to from the more kind of serious or darker things and moving into, it's going to lighten up a little bit. Hopefully, cross our fingers, that's for sure. So that's what I'm seeing for the week. If you have any comments, please put in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace, love.